Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rikakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether you can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another daily edification, Lord's willing. Let's be edifying. So I titled this lesson, The Lord is a Separatist. I did a lesson on this a couple years ago, but this lesson, last night at camp, well, actually before camp started, I was waiting on the other brothers to come, and I had two females that came up. One looked like she could have been like an Asian, and the other one was a Benjamite sister. So the one that looked like an Asian, which I don't know. She could have been Jake. She could have been a heathen. I don't know. But she looked like she could have been Northern Kingdom or Asian chick. But she went into about how the North American Indians was connected with the Asians. And she wouldn't talk on this all this other stuff. So I said, listen, we got to prove everything with scripture. So I told her, let me read a couple things to you. So anyway, when she left, she wound up saying, she said, no, she said, you is racist. I said, well, the Lord is racist. The Lord is a separatist. The scripts all over the Bible, right? So this lesson, which I did a couple years ago, and that's the Spirit of the Lord had me to redo it, man, right? The Lord is a separatist, man. And it starts in the garden, man, right? With Cain and Abel. That's where it started at, man. Actually, it started with Adam. The Lord say he made us, let us make man in our image. He was talking about all men. Now, we all are made as look like humans, right? Which word human, the word hue mean color, right? So that's a separation in that alone, man, just the word human. But the Lord gave us his likeness. What did he give us? His laws, statutes, and commandments, how we should conduct ourselves before the other nations. That's a separation in itself. Off the rip, that's a separation. And shalom, Yahweh Shema Shah, Bahashim, Rikakodash, Barakathum, to the Akim and Akwaf on the comment board. Shalom. There's a separation in itself from the beginning, man. Right? So she got bugged out, and then the Benjamite sister went to the side. She said, I'm gonna let you deal with her. And she stayed to the side, and I dealt with this chick. And when she left, she said, you racist, and walked away. I said, the Lord racist. And the Benjamin sister came back and she was like, and we started to go back and forth because she got it. I said, you see, that's a separation, the different spirits, man. So it started in the garden with the separation, man, right? The Lord gave Adam his image, his likeness. He put the breath in him, right? Which is what? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man. Deuteronomy 4 say, this is our wisdom in the sight of the nations. If you don't have this, you not an Israelite. You can't be like the Israelites. We was made to be rulers over all nations over the world. So it started with Adam, then it went to Cain and Abel. What happened? There was a separation, which I'm going to read the scriptures. The Lord said he made one against another, man. That's just how the Lord do things. But the world can't understand the mind of the Lord because they don't have the mind of the Lord. These heathen nations are carnal minded. They don't understand that the Lord have one over another. But they can't see it because no, not God. God is he's equal. He's balanced. He's equal. Everybody's the same. No, they don't understand the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh. The Lord, this is how he works. It is balance. But you can't have right without left, up without down. You can't have good without evil. That's just how the Lord works, man. We can't question Yahweh Shema Shah. It's just how he works. But you got these heathens with their carnal mind, they don't understand the mind of the Lord. It tell you Romans 11:33. We don't know the mind of the Lord, man. All we know is he left us the blueprint and we follow it to the T. We dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, man. This is the blueprint that he left for us. We can't question the Lord, but this is how bugged out these devils is. They want to question everything about these devils is questioning the Lord. That's why we got GMOs. That's why we got a cherry plum. What the hell is a cherry plum? Right? They growing. Now they growing the meat in the laboratory, man. We're not eating real meat unless you stand on these outside of these states in the countryside. Why I be delivering that acres and acres of land. All I see is cows. So they eating real beef with cows that eat grass, right? They still eating that. But what we eating in the city is GMO foods. They got to question everything. They trying to go outside of the Van Allen or the Orion, the radiation belt. They got to question, the Bible say it was an ark and it landed on Mount Ararat, which is over there in Turkey. So they had to go find them. They had to go find it, which they did. Now they say, oh yeah, it was a flood, right? It was an ark that Noah had two of every animal. They have to question the Lord, man. But the Lord made them that way. So let's get these precepts. This is Genesis. The Lord made them that way, man. This is the portion that the Lord gave them to question everything. Why? Because these are the crooked ways of the wicked. But the ones that walk righteously, they just flowing in the spirit, like the scriptures say. Rivers of living water, man. Just flow. You ain't questioning nothing that Yahweh Shema Shah has established, man. You a fool to question that. But what does scripture say? And Psalms 14, the fool have said in his heart, there is no God. This guy, Elon Musk said, not Elon Musk, Stephen Hawking said, it's a God, but he don't intervene. That's what he said. It is a God, because first, when he was younger, he said he know it is a God. But then, as he got older, he was starting to say, oh, God is not, it's a God, but he don't intervene in the interactions in the world, on the earth. That's a bugged out mind, man. So this is Genesis. I'm going to start here, Genesis 3:14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shall thy go. That the word belly, that means you're going to be the basis of men. You're going to be on the lowest of the low. It say, upon thy belly shall thy go, and dust, which dust represents confusion, and dust shall thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Right? So the Lord put an enmity between Satan's seed and whoever the woman's seed is. Who is the woman's seed? Women don't have sperm. Women don't have seed. Right? So what is this talking about? The Lord clearly talking about the nation of Israel against the nation of Edom. Okay? It's going to be a separation against the Israelites and the Edomites. That's what this is talking about. Satan has a physical seed on earth, and it's a separation between the sons of Yahweh and the sons of Satan, right? Now, this is Genesis 25 and verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, if it's a good thing to have kids, why am I thus? Why are they fighting my womb? What is going on? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations. When you read these scriptures, the Lord say he said one against another. There are two and two, one against another. We're going to read it. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be what? The buzzword, separated from thy bowels. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, not identical, fraternal. And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Now, when you look at them, they're not white. They have no pigment, no melanin. So they are different shades of red and pink. And I was telling this to the chick yesterday. I said, you ain't white. I didn't know if she was an Edomite or Asian or what. But I said, when you look at them, they're not white. They have no pigment, no melanin, so they're different shades of red and pink. We ain't black. We're different shades of brown. Nobody is black. So right here, the Lord made a separation right here in Genesis 25, man. Two nations shall be what? Separated, because the Lord is a separatist. Whether you can receive it or not, the Lord is a separatist, man. Now, let's get this. This is Proverbs man, let me see. So lucky, let me see. I'm gonna have to come back and get it. Oh, you know what? Ecclesiasticus 21. Let's check this. You know what? I'll come back to that. Let's get this. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 33. Because it say the same thing. So let's read it. I'm gonna start at verse 10. It reads, and all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them and made their ways diverse. This is plain. In much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them have he blessed and exalted, and some of them have he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them have he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. You see, some of them have he brought low, right? It say, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so Yahweh made this as his pleasure, right? So man is in the hand of him that made him to render to him as liking him best. Good is set against evil, and light against death, and life against death. So is the godly set against the sinner, and a sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. You see, the Lord made a separation from the beginning. This is Romans chapter 9 and 13. Matter of fact, Romans 9 and verse 9. For this is the word of promise, if you can receive it. If not, hey, you got to take it up with the Lord, man. This is the work of the Lord, man. That's why I always say Esau and Jacob are the main characters of the Lord's movie. Everybody else, the other 16 heathen nations, they just characters, man. They just extras in the movie. They just casualties of war and collateral damage, man. That's it. No more, no less, man. Romans 9 and 9. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And you can go back when Yahweh came to Abraham and told him he will visit him at another time. That's what it's talking about. Verse 9. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come. That's what Yahweh told Abraham, that he will visit him at a later time, man. And Sarah shall have a son named Isaac, man. And Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah according to election might stand. The election is who? The Israelites, the 144 and the unknown multitude, man. Not of works, but of him that calleth. Who is him that calleth? Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah, man. Right? One body, one mind, one spirit, man. One heavenly Father, one Lord, as the scriptures say. Again, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil. You see that? So the Lord already had Esau and Jacob in the womb. He said he gonna be the wicked and he gonna be the righteous. This is the Lord we talking about. You can't say, oh, how could the Lord do something like that? It's the omnipotent, it's the omnipotent, the all power. He can do whatever, man. Get rid of this. I like it. These damn pop-ups, man. So it say, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of power according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. Esau going to serve Jacob. Well, in the kingdom of heaven, which will be here on earth, as it is written, which is in Malachi the first chapter, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. That's a separation. That's being a separatist. Verse 14. What shall we say then? What shall we say if Yahweh already decreed it, man? What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of power that showeth mercy. This is, and when you read this to these demons, they get, oh, they what you can't say nothing, but they still bug out because that's the demon in them, man. Can't accept it. But this is from the Heavenly Father Yahweh, man. Verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose, have I raised thee up. The Lord said, the same way I raised up Pharaoh, I lifted up Esau, Edom, and put them on high. That's why they control the earth. That's why they rule everything on the planet. That's why they face is on the money. Okay? Yahweh said in Matthew 22, he said, bring me the tribute money. Whose superscription and images on this? They said Caesar's. What Yahweh say? Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Who face? I always bring that precept out. Whose face is on the money, man? These are the ones the Lord set in power. This is their kingdom. This is their constellation. This is theirs. Again, for the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth. Thou wilt say then unto me, why do he yet find fault? This is what 2/3 of Jake say, and these heathens. Why do the Lord you telling me this what this what the Lord say? Therefore, it's a verse 19. Thou wilt then say unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? Who have resisted his will? Nobody has never resisted the Lord's will. Like these plantation Christianity people say that Satan was kicked out of heaven. He rebelled against the Lord. No, he didn't. It say, for who have resisted his will? Satan wasn't kicked out of heaven. The spiritual demon Satan is still in heaven on the left-hand side of the Lord, man. Doing the Lord's bidding. Satan is just a pit bull on a leash waiting for Yahweh Bashim Shah to release him, man. Nobody have never resisted the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his son's will, man. Nobody, man. It tell you that, hey, his throne, and when you read the second Ezra, his throne is inestimable. Matter of fact, let's read that real quick. Second Ezra. Second Ezra 8 and 21. Okay. The second Ezra, chapter 8 and 20. O Yahweh, thou that dwellest in the everlastingness, which beholdest from above things in the heaven and in the air, whose throne is inestimable, whose glory may not be comprehended, before whom the host of angels stand with trembling. Come on, man. The host of angels stand with trembling, man. It tell you the same thing in James. This is James chapter 2, if I ain't mistaken. James 2 and 19. Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. So what are you talking about? Satan was kicked out of heaven. No, he wasn't, man. Satan in order. Just like it said in 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. Satan was never kicked out of heaven, man. Okay? So let's go back. I forgot where I was at. The spirit just be jumping. Man, I forgot where I was at. Just that quick. Where's I finna go? Oh, Salaki, Romans 9. My spirit be jumping, man. So this is back in Romans 9 in verse 19. Then would thou say then unto me, it said, thou will say then unto me, who have, it say, why do he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? It say, nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? No, man. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, which was Jacob, and another unto dishonor, which was Esau? What if God willing to show his wrath to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? He fitted these people to be made of the wicked, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he have afore prepared unto God, unto glory. So it said, which he had afore prepared unto glory. When you read Ephesians 1 and 4, it said what? The elect was predestinated from the beginning, as well as the wicked. What was that? Proverbs 16 Proverbs 16:4, it reads, the Lord Yahweh made all things for himself. The Lord Yahweh made all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. So they was created back in Romans. Just read this point. Romans 9:21. No, Romans 9:20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me dust? If you a potter, right, and you make plates and cups and such other like things, is your plate going to tell you when you molding it, I want to be a cup or I want to be a pitcher, I don't want to be a plate? No, man. No, it don't say nothing. You the molder. So it say, shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me dust? Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, right? Rebecca had a lump in her, right? That came what? Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, which was Jacob, and another unto dishonor, which was Esau. Now, it said the potter have power over the clay, right? Let's precept these. Let's get these precepts. Back in Ecclesiasticus 33, listen to this. Ecclesiastes 33:13. As the clay is in the potter's hand, like we just read in Romans 9, to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liking him best. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly set against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. You see, there's a separation, man. The Lord made a separation. This is Isaiah 29:16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. The Lord made you to turn things upside down, right? It says, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Same thing is say in Romans 9. Or shall the thing that framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? A plate gonna tell you, you don't have no understanding of me. I want to be a pitcher or a cup. No, the Lord made your ass to be a plate, man. Okay? And to be broken in shivers and carried about as chaff in the winds, man. That's why you was made. You was made to do what? Turn things upside down. This is Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You done turned everything upside down, right? Why? The Lord made you that way, man. He made you to do what? Establish your own laws. Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under under the inhabitants thereof, because they transgressed the laws, they changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Israelites can't do this. We ain't the ones that make policy. We're not sitting at the Senate House, right? We're not sitting in the Congress. So it said they what? The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Who are the inhabitants? The ones who control the earth. The Job 9:24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24 reads, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they, who Esau Edom, have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore, hath the curse. What's the curse? Esau Edom is a curse. To who? The rest of the nations. First and foremost, to the Israelites. To you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, Esau Edom is a curse to the world, man. That's why the Lord said they're going to be destroyed. But he made them to be the wicked, to turn everything upside down. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. That's clear point that they're going to be burnt up, man. Tell you that Obadiah 118. It said what? Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and they're going to be burnt away as they destroying the rest of the world, man. That's why the Lord said in Jeremiah 51 and 25, I will destroy thee, right? And make thee a burnt mountain, die that destroys the earth, man. It's only one nation of people, one, that's destroying the entire planet, man. It's not the Chinese, it ain't the Japanese, it's not the Arabs, it's not the East Indians, these Elamites, the Persians, or the Iranians. It's not them, okay? Who's destroying the earth, man? Who controls the entire planet, man? We know who it is. It don't take a rocket science to know who's destroying the earth. This is there was another one in Proverbs. It said that the godly, the sinner against the godly. Matter of fact, I gotta find that real quick. So Lucky, bear with me. I used to know where it was at all point, but I kind of forgot. See if I can pull it up real quick. Real quick. If not, I'm gonna go on. I know it's in Proverbs. I just forgot where it was at. I can't find it. So let's get this. This is Job. Hey, if you brother know where it's at, it's a verse in our proverb that say the godly against the sinner. I know it's in Proverbs. I just forgot where it was at. This is Job 14 and 4. Because see, this lesson is about the separation of the Lord, and he made them to be the wicked. This is Job 14 and 4. As a matter of fact, let's get Ecclesiastes first. It's Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. And it reads, that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanton cannot be numbered. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanton cannot be numbered. So the Lord made them to be crooked. Okay? That's what it's called. That's why they are called the crooked serpent, man. Right? The Lord made them this way. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 5. There is an evil. This is what Solomon said. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Who is the ruler? Yahweh. Solomon said, and there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which that proceeded from the ruler. Solomon said, it's got to be an error, man. For these devils to be living wickedly like this, to do the things they do, Solomon said, there's got to be an error from the ruler, man. But it's not. It's not. The Lord made them to be the error of the earth, man. You see? Again, Ecclesiastes 10 and 5, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Now, when you go to Malachi chapter 1 and verse 3, and it reads, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build a desolate places. Thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh have indignation forever. It said the border of wickedness, right? This is Proverbs chapter 3 in verse 33. And it reads, the curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked. It called him the border of wickedness. The curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked, where he blesseth the habitation of the just. So their lot is to be wicked. Man, I need to find this precept, man. It's burning me up too. I just forgot where it was at. Oh, no, that ain't it. Man. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to bring out the precept that I got and think about this verse too at the same time. Man. Um, trying to think of how it's quoted. I could pull it up. I know it say the sinner. I know it said the sinner against the righteous. This is one though. Proverbs 11:31. It said, behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. But it's one to tell you how the righteous is set against the sinner, and the sinner against the righteous. I don't want to drag y'all out too long with this, but I really want to find this precept, man. Um, so Lockie, just bear with me for a second. Because I know I got it. So I'm going on because I can't find it, man. Man. Burning me up too. But it's okay. So I'm gonna go back to this again and keep jumping. This is Job 14 and 4. I know soon I get through the lesson, I'm gonna find it with no problem. This is Job 14 and 4, and it reads, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Who could bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. I read Ecclesiastes 1 and 15. It said the Lord made them to be crooked, right? So they can't be straight. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, that has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You see? So they was made they was made to be the wicked for a limited time, man. Right? This is Ecclesiasticus 34 and 4. And it said the same thing Job 14 and 4 just read. Let's read it. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach in the Apocrypha, Ecclesiastes 34 and 4. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come? There's no truth can come from false, right? Going back to Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies, you are physicians of no value. Who is this? This is talking about the ones who turn things upside down, man. Right? The Lord made a separation, man, in the nations. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. It said the same thing in Ecclesiastes 33 and 10. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. When I read this to this chick yesterday, she got offended. Let's read Ecclesiastes 33 again. Ecclesiastes 33 and 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge, the Lord had what? Divided them and made their ways diverse. Everything in the Apocrypha link right up with the Bible, man, which is part of the Bible. Everything in the Apocrypha links up. All scriptures link together, man. It said the same thing in Genesis and Deuteronomy 32 and 8, and right here, man, say the same exact thing. The same thing I read in Ecclesiastes 34 and 4 of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed. It said the same thing in Job 14 and 4. Ain't no coincidence. Both of them is the 4th chapter. Job 14 and 4, Ecclesiastes 34 and 4. These ain't no coincidences, man. This is the Lord. And let's hit it again. Ecclesiastes 34 and 4. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that which is false, what truth can come? Job 14 and 4. It ain't no coincidence, man. What can be, it say, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. These devils, you got to understand, man, these devils was made. And if you can't see it, then you just can't see it. But the Lord made them. That's how he made them, right? You know what? Let me see something. Salaki, we'll give me 1 minute. I think I got it. I think. I keep trying to think about it. Salaki, man. Bear with me. It keep hitting my head, man. I hate to let something go. Let's see. Let me see. Go back to Proverbs. Let me check. Dang, I thought that was it. No, that ain't it. I thought that was it, man. Salakia. Man. So this is Salakia for that. I was trying to, my mind just jumping for this precept, man. So to the wicked, this is Jeremiah 13 and 23. Because this is the lot that the Lord made them, man. 2/3 don't understand it. The heathens don't understand it. But we do. The scriptures is foolproof, man. They foolproof. As a matter of fact, let's read this. This is Psalms 12 and 6. And it reads, the words of the Lord Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times. This truth is foolproof, man. When you go to Romans 15 and 4, it say, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So we understand. It's just a part of the Lord's will, man. This is how he do things, right? He's a just balance. As a matter of fact, this is Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. Here's another one. Proverbs 16 and 11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. It's the Lord's work, man. You see? It's the Lord's work that do this, man. He said it. This is how he set it up, man. So this is Jeremiah 13 and 23. And it reads, can an Ethiopian change his skin? Hey, he's a Hamite, right? Ethiopians are Hamites. They're the Cushites, right? Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leper his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? A leopard cannot change his spots, and the Ethiopian can't change his skin, man. Right? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. It can't happen. This is the Lord showing you in parables and similitudes. It can't happen, man. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 26 and 10. And it reads, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. They can't learn righteousness. The Lord made them to be wicked, man. Period. So if you are a so-called white man, if you are an Edomite, you can't do righteousness, man. Period. There is no righteousness in you. Isaiah 26 and 10, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh. They are in the land, but they not doing uprightness. They being wicked. They have these big parades every year in Tel Aviv, right? Those wicked transformer parades. They over there bombing each other. Israel just bombed Syria the other day. I was going to do a lesson on it. Israel just bombed Syria the other day, man. Okay? Shot missiles on them, man. Why are you over there fighting in the land over there? The Palestinians against the Israelis, man. They over there going to war in the land. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. They say they supposed to be in the kingdom over there. That's the kingdom. Where the Lord say in Isaiah 2, in Micah, the 4th chapter, ain't gonna be no war in the land of Israel, man. It ain't gonna be no war. Why are they fighting over there? Because why? The wicked is there. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, which supposedly be Israel, will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. They over there giving circumcisions to babies, right? We know the stories. You can pull it up on Google. YouTube got the stories, right? They giving diseases to babies, all different type of things going on, man. So if they're the land of uprightness, why are they dealing unjustly, man? Because that is the wicked that's in the land. This is Isaiah 36 and 4. No, it's lucky. Man, I'm tripping. I'm tripping hard. Isaiah 34 and verse 5. It reads, matter of fact, let's read Isaiah 34 and 5. It reads, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and this heaven is not talking about in the spiritual realm. Earth is a heaven. Outside of earth is a heaven. The skies, where you see the clouds at. When you look up this word heaven in the blue letter, it tell you where the clouds is at. That's a heaven. Okay? Where the clouds at. That's a heaven. Earth is a heaven. That's why that saying is, this is the white man's heaven and the black man's hell. That saying go. It say, Isaiah 34 and 5, For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, and we know it's not talking about in the spiritual realm, because everything in the spiritual realm is in order, right? We know this. That's why the Lord's Prayer in Matthew 6 is say on earth as it is in heaven. That's why when the Lord established his son's kingdom on earth, it's going to be as it is in heaven. Everything going to be perfect and in order. So the sword of the Lord Yahweh, Salakia, Isaiah 34:5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. It said, and of the people, again, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is the Greek word for Edom. It shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Now, I said the people of my curse, right? Back in Proverbs chapter 3 and 30 and 33, Proverbs 3 and 33, it reads, the curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked. You see? He says should come down upon Idumea, the people of my curse, to judgment. Why are they cursed? This is Numbers. Let's get this. Show you one of the reasons why they curse. This is Numbers 12. And let's start at 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married. For he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, have the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Have he not spoken also by us? And the Lord Yahweh heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord Yahweh spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out, and the Lord Yahweh came down in a pillar of a cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision, which I'm going to read by Samuel, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, whom is faithful in all my house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord Yahweh shall he behold. Wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses. And that's why the apostles are always telling you, you keep coming up to the camps, running off your trap when you should be quiet, man. Because you don't know, hey, you dealing with men of the Lord, man. Okay? Starting with the apostle Great Millstone, all you guys that scoffing and mocking, and the other elders and the younger brothers, you dealing with men of the Lord, man. While you coming up yapping off at the trap, you dealing with the men of the Lord, man. And the anger of the Lord Yahweh was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. Now hold on. Hold on. Let's get this. This is Exodus chapter 4 and verse 6. Listen to this. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. It's talking about Moses right here. When he told the Lord, Lord, what's your name? How did it, when it come to the children of Israel, who do I tell them who sent me? How do they know that you sent me? First he asked him, what is that in thy hand? When you read up little verses, he said, it's a rod. He said, lay it on the ground. He turned it to a snake, right? Then he told Moses, and the Lord said furthermore to him, this after he turned the rod to a snake, put now thy hand into thy bosom. So Moses stuck his hand in his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. What's the Lord showing him right here? Verse 7. And he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. The Lord was showing him what? I look just like you do. That's what the Lord was showing Moses. I look just like you do. If he was dark brown, light brown, whatever, different shades of brown we are. So he was showing him that his skin just like Moses' skin, man. Okay? Leprous as snow, meaning what? That's a curse. Going back to Numbers. This is one of the reasons why these devils are cursed, man. And it tell you in Leviticus, I was going over it, in Leviticus 13, if you get covered on your whole skin, you are a clean leper, man. And then they tell you if you have a yellow hair in the skin. That's why we tell the women, stop getting this blonde weave, man. That's a curse. It's a sin to have blonde hair, man. Okay? That's in Leviticus 13, man. Go read it. It's a curse to have blonde hair. It's a curse to have no pigment or no melanin in your skin. Even though you got the heathen nations, the other 16 heathen nations, they got melanin. The Moabites, the Chinese, Japanese, Elamites, the Ishmaelites, they got melanin, but they still not the chosen, man. Right? It's still a separation in that. You got people talking about all the melanated people. Hey, everybody got melanin except Esau Edom, man. So back in Numbers 12, again, in verse 10, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. Same thing as he showed Moses, that he's not that color. That's plain. But we got this picture of Jesus Christos all around the planet. Over there in the 16th chapter, the finger of God touching the finger of Adam. And they all what? Leprous, white as snow. No pigment, no melanin. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the what? Buzzword, sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us. It's a sin to have leprosy, man. Wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, right? Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. Who is Aaron talking about right here? He's talking about Esau, man. Okay? This is in the book of Numbers 12, man. Again, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb, man. Who came out of his mother's womb half dead, half consumed? Looked like one that was dead, half consumed. Esau eat him because he had no pigment, man. It's plain. It's plain. This ain't rocket science. It is plain, man. So, can an Ethiopian change his skin or a leper his spots? What did Esau try to do? He tried to change his skin. He went and got Canaanite women, right? What Isaac told Esau and Jacob, don't go get no wife from Canaan. What Esau do? He went and got a wife from Canaan. What he was trying to do? I don't know. Maybe he was trying to change his skin. I don't know. But it's a curse. That's just one of the curses. Then when the Lord say, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. What did you do? You did the opposite and put your hands on the apple of the Lord's eye. That's another curse. And that's another sin you did, right? That you have amongst yourself. What is that? Exodus 21:16. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found his hand, he shall surely be put to death for that, man. You got to pay for that. Okay? Your kids got to pay for that. Isaiah 14:21. Job 27:13. It said what? Let's get that. This is Job 27:13. It reads, this is the portion of a wicked man with power and the heritage of oppressors. Why did the Lord call them oppressors? This is a major buzzword. Who's been oppressing the Hebrew Israelites? So-called white man, right? Now we went in Egyptian captivity, Assyrian captivity, Babylonian captivity, right? What has the worst oppression been at? Babylon the Great, North America, and around the four corners of the earth where Israelites are scattered at. North America has been a treacherous, horrible, horrific slavery, man. For you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, man. And who is the worst captivity we've been under? All the captivity, the apostles always say this, and the elders. Every captivity that we have been under, we knew that we were the Hebrew Israelites. This is the only captivity where we were stripped of our heritage and who we were. So it just makes sense. This is the portion of a wicked man with power and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. So they having babies on top of babies, even though they having a epidemic, opioids epidemic, suicide rate epidemic, OD rate epidemic, and they're not producing. They are not producing faster than they are dying. So they ain't producing kids. Hey, but it say, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring should not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. And your widows are not weeping, man. That's why a lot of these Shedemites jumping on Jake, man. Because they ain't weeping for you no more, man. They tired of you. Everybody's starting to see now that you are the devil that the Bible speaks about, man. You diablos, you deceivers of the planet, like it say in Revelation 20, man. You are them. The Lord said you are the curse of the earth, man. You are a crooked serpent, and you cannot be straight. That's what the Lord said. What? In Isaiah 27, in that day, the Lord Yahweh, with his sword and great and strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. What's the dragon? It's the Roman Empire. We well in the revised Roman Empire. Who's in rulership? The crooked serpent, man. That cannot be straight, man. They can't get right. These are the real can't get rights, man. And 2/3 of you, Jakes, love them, man. And you love to have it so. Like it said in Jeremiah 5, man. This is Psalms 144 and verse 7. And it reads, it says, send thy hand from above, rid me and deliver me out of great waters. What's the great waters? It's talking about the crooked serpent. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, in Isaiah 59 and 19, it's talking about Esau Edom, right? We know you can't accept it. We know you ain't gonna get it. It's hard for you to accept that this is the devil who we dealing with, but it is. The Lord said, this ain't me. It's the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. It say, send thy hand from above, rid me and deliver me from out of great waters, which is tribulation, troubles, from who? Esau Edom, from the hand of strange children. You see, who the strange children? Esau Edom. What it say in Isaiah 3 and 12? Children are our oppressors. What did Job say? How we know he's talking about the same people? Because Job say, they that are younger than I have me in derision. If Job was an Edomite, why would Job say, talking about the Edomites in Job chapter 30, they that are younger than I have me in derision? Who had Job in derision? If he was an Edomite, who was he talking about? You peoples is stupid, man. You peoples is stupid. They that are younger than I have me in derision. Who is he talking about? The Edomites. Again, It say, from the hand of strange children. Isaiah 3 and 12. Children are our oppressors. Verse 8. Whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. And when you go to Isaiah 28 and 15, what did 2/3 of Jake do? They said, we have made lies our refuge. We had a hell, we had agreement, right? On the falsehood, how we hid ourselves. The falsehood under what? That 501c3 tax exempt that all these camps and all these churches got to do what? To follow Esau their father. It's verse 11. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood, man. This is the crooked nation that the Lord made crooked, and they will never be straight, man. This is but you Jakes, man. You Jakes love to have it so. This is Psalm 62 and 10. It reads, trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Trust not in oppression. What Isaiah 30 and 12 say? Let's read that. Isaiah 30 and 12. It say, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breakup cometh suddenly at an instance. Hey, you trust in oppression, you're going to die with these devils, man. It's tell you that in Isaiah 13 and 15. You're going to die with them. Isaiah 31, 1 through 3. You're going to die with them. The same ones that's giving you your government assistance, your Section 8, your HUD, your habitat housing, your Social Security disability, your EBT, you're going to die with them, man, because you trust in your government, which is what? The word government means mind control. They control your mind, man. And you devils, you 2/3 devils, you trust in these people, man. This is so back in Psalms real quick. I want to make this point. This is Psalm 62 in verse 11. Listen to this. It said, God have spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto Yahweh Shema Shah. Also unto thee, O Yahweh, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his works. You see? Hey, and if you ain't doing the work for Yahweh Shema Shah, you're gonna be destroyed, man. But the point was, it say Yahweh Shema Shah have spoken once, twice, and I have heard this. The only one that can hear this is the ones that the Lord ears he have opened, man. Right? He said he would come into your mind and sup with you in Revelation 3, right? He will open the doors of your mind. He will give you the ice off. Everybody can't get it. This is Job 33 and 14. And it reads, for power speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceive it not. You see, but in Psalm 62 and 11, what Solomon said, and what King David said, for God speak once, he said, twice have I heard this. You see? Hey, because Yahweh said in John 10:27, matter of fact, I don't want to quote it. Let's read it. John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. You see? So back in Job 33 and 14, for power speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceive it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, which I'm going to read by Samuel, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumber is upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. He keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword. You see? So the Lord wake up who he want to wake up. Whomever's supposed to get it, they're going to get it, man. There's no question about it. Now, this is 1 Samuel. I'm going to close on this. 1 Samuel 3 and 1. And the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord Yahweh before Eli. And the word of the Lord Yahweh was precious in those days. There was no open vision. What did Proverbs 27:5 say? Where there is no vision. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's it's not Proverbs 27:5. That's open rebuke is better than secret love. Proverbs 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keeps the law, happy is he. So back in 1 Samuel 3, in verse 1, it said, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord Yahweh before Eli. And the word of the Lord Yahweh was precious in those days. There was no open vision, but now it is. We had the apostle elders great millstone, right? And it came to pass at that time when Eli was laid down in his place, and his eyes began to wax dim that he could not see. In air, the lamp of power went out in the temple of the Lord Yahweh, where the ark of the power was. And Samuel was laid down to sleep. Then the Lord Yahweh called Samuel, and he answered, here I am. And he ran unto Eli and said, here I am, for thou callest me. And he said, I called not. Lie down again. And he went and lied down. And the Lord Yahweh called yet again Samuel. And Samuel rose and went to Eli and said, here I am, for thou didst call me. And he answered, I called not, my son, lie down again. Now Samuel did not yet know the Lord Yahweh, neither was the word of the Lord Yahweh yet revealed unto him. And the Lord Yahweh called Samuel again the third time, and he arose and went to Eli and said, here I am, for thou didst call me. And Eli perceived that the Lord Yahweh had called the child. Therefore Eli said unto Samuel, go, lie down, and it shall be, if he call thee, that thou shalt say, speak, Yahweh, for thy servant heareth. So Samuel went and lay down in his place. And the Lord Yahweh came and stood and called as the other times, Samuel, Samuel. Then Samuel answered, speak, for thy servant heareth. And the Lord Yahweh said, behold, I will do a thing in Israel at which both the ears of every one that heareth it shall tingle. So the Lord called Samuel. What it said in Job 1 read, for the Lord speak once, yet twice, but man perceive it not. But in the deep sleep and slumbers upon the bed, he opened the ears of men, man. So to understand these parables, these mysteries, the Lord got to give it to you. This Proverbs 1 and 5. Listen to this. It reads, let's read 1 and 1. A proverb of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity, to give subtlety, to the simple, and to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall obtain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. To fear the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Everybody ain't going to get this, man. This is Hosea 12 and 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. This is how the Lord deal. This ain't for everybody to understand that Esau, Edom is the wicked of the earth. Everybody's not going to understand that the Roman Empire is North America today, man. It ain't for them to get it. It's not for them. It's simple to the wise, man. It's not for the unlearned. Probably what is that? Daniel 12 and 10. The wicked would not understand, but the wise will understand. That's just the way the Lord set it up, man. And if you can't see, in 2021, the year of the hastening of Yahweh Shema Shah, that Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is the devil, you're a fool. It's Daniel 12 and 10. It's a many shall be purified and made white and tried. but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. That's why I said in Obadiah 1, right? Let's get this, make the point. It's Obadiah 1 and 7. It said, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. And talking about everybody that joined the North America through the UN. They're going to turn on them and shoot missiles over here. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. It said, well, all the men of thy confederacy, everybody that's joined the North America through the UN, EU and NATO, all the men of thy confederacy have deceived thee. Salakia, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. What that mean? To make you fight. Who's going to do it? Israel is going to be the one to make North America go to war with the rest of the nations. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. This is a future prophecy, meaning you will be taken down. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. You made everybody adapt to the petrodollar by putting the force of the sword on them with your military. So everybody had to adapt to the petrodollar. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. That's my point. It said what the wicked would not understand, but the wise understand. So we know, according to these scriptures, Malachi 1 and 4, the wicked is Esau Edom. The Lord said that these are the cursed people of his indignation, right? So they have no understanding in them, man. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they don't have no knowledge. Just like 2/3 of Israel, man. You see? They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Why? Because it wasn't given to them to know knowledge. It was given to them to live in this world carnal-minded, man. To be carnal, man. Hey, so Lord, witness edifying. Hey, throughout for your precept too. Lord, witness edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rikak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether they can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing their truth and believing this truth to the four ends of the earth, the entire world, working on the hopeful elect. And shalom to the outwalk who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord, witness edifying. Till next time, I say shalom. Wow, Bob. Hey, the water for your precepts. So, lock y'all couldn't get to them. Hey, but the water for your precepts. Hey, the water for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Till next time, shalom. Wa abba.